My goodness gracious.
Are your kids on spring break?
Yup.
Same here.
It's nice because they the sun's been out every single day and it's
Yeah,
super nice. So the kids want to be outside, and when they're outside all day, they go to bedtime is a breeze.
our kids are not having a fun time tonight.
No?
No, our youngest wanted me instead of Ashley, and so our oldest got upset because normally I put him to bed.
Yeah.
So he just woke up like 2 minutes ago before I came down here.
Oh yeah. We alternate. So like one night I'll do Boyd and Penelope will do the girls, and then we'll switch.
Yeah.
And Penelope always wants the other one. Like when it's my night, she wants mom. When it's mom's night, she wants me. I'm like, dude, can you just? This is not new. This has been the schedule for the last couple of years. Can we just do it?
Oh man. Yeah, our kids normally I put Liam down and Ashley puts Rhett down. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like a standard, but tonight, I don't know, he took a nap today because they played really
Uh,
hard. They went to the bounce house and
nice.
we got a trampoline and I set it up yesterday, so they've been bouncing on that like crazy.
Yeah. We were thinking about getting a trampoline. We're gonna get another pool when the weather starts getting warm. Because
Nice.
Julian's been asking like every single day, can we get a
Yeah.
pool? Can we get another pool? I'm like, yes, but when it gets above like 75, 80, we will get a pool. And then the very next day,
Nice.
can we get a pool? I'm like, dude, we just went over this. Yes,
We
we'll get a
lucked out. We got the tramp.
really
Yeah, we lucked out. We got our trampoline for free.
nice.
Yeah, so super lucked out.
We
Does
had
your
a trampoline.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but it was such a pain to mow the backyard with it.
Oh,
So now
that is a bummer.
we have this big swing set playhouse thing that is also a real big pain in the butt to mow with it. So
You got to weed whack and then mow around it.
yeah, and now you can see where the weed whacker's been smacking the wood. There's all these little chunks taken out of it. Like how long do I have to do this before this thing just breaks?
Until you saw all the way through it.
I hope not. I'll feel real bad because actually Jolene loves this and she's always like, "Oh, I want to go outside and play." I'm like, "I just go outside and play." And she's like, "Can you push me on the swing?" I'm like, no, we're out here for you to exercise, not for me to exercise. Like you're the one who needs help getting to sleep tonight, so
Oh, that's
you better
funny.
run around.
Rhett's still transitioning from, we have one of those lock-in swings where he sits
Oh
in and
yeah,
locks him in so he can't really kick his legs.
yeah,
So when he wants to be pushed, he'll get into that
yeah.
and swing.
The park down the road from us, the neighborhood park, all it has is it has three regular swings and it has one like big plastic baby swing,
Oh, okay.
and that's all it has. There's no like play set anymore or anything like that. It's a picnic
Oh, lame.
table, a basketball hoop, and swings, and then it's this huge field. And so all three of the kids want to be in that baby swing. And I'm like, boy, you are 75 pounds. You are not going in that baby swing.
Man, that's funny. Does your Costco have the water inflatables yet?
Yeah, there's like a big slide, slip and slide, and then like a dragon one.
Yeah, my youngest wants that dragon one.
Yeah, we were just there a couple hours ago, and we just saw them, and they were all like, "Can we get it? Can we get it?"
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't know if we have room for the slip and slide, so
It's
we
like
might.
you're getting a pool or you're getting a slip and slide.
We can't get both. We can't get the dragon. We could probably get the dragon. I think we'd
Yeah,
probably have room for the dragon, but I don't know if we'd have room for that massive slip and slide.
it's pretty long. We were at the Warrington, Oregon Costco, and they had it like on its side, and it
Yeah,
was so long. I was like, oh wow, that's longer than I thought.
yeah. I think it was like 2 years ago, they had this inflatable dragon, and it just kind of does like this kind of thing. It's
Hmm.
like just a long dragon, and on the up arches, it sprays water down.
Okay,
And so we got that, and that thing's pretty cool.
nice.
And like my neighbor on this side, we've got our fence, and they've got like some privacy trees, and he's like, I see. I look over, I see there's these big blue kind of humps coming up a little bit taller. Like he's like, you can quite. It's like, what is that? I was like, oh,
Uh,
that's our dragon. And he's like, no, really, it's a dragon. And he's like, well, wait, what? Yeah, you blow it up, put a hose in it. It's this big dragon thing, and the kids love it.
that's awesome.
But he's got a huge pool that takes up his whole backyard almost.
Wow, dang.
I had to help him with it because he needed to drain it, but he was at work, so I went and helped him with it earlier. And I was like, wow, why do you have a pool this big and this small of a yard?
Less lawn maintenance.
I get it. They never mow their lawn either, so I'm like, So I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mowed my lawn for the first time this year, a couple days ago.
I still have not mowed my lawn. I keep pushing it off. I gotta
I
fix the rear tires. So I'm
see,
like,
I
nope.
need a new blade. I need a new blade for mine. Usually I'm pretty good. I'm starting to feel age creep up with me because usually I'm pretty good. I can get it started on the first pull, but this time it took me seven,
Oh, man,
and I was like, oh, got to get that
that's right.
AARP card. I'm getting old and weak now.
Oh, that's funny. Well, welcome back to the Husband Hangout. Today we're talking about stuff we argue about that absolutely does not matter, but somehow still does.
What's important is you win the argument. That's what matters.
Always win the argument. One of the
Oh,
arguments Ashley and I just had was over the thermostat.
really?
Always a big hitter. I changed because we normally keep it on heat during the winter months, and it's been getting sunny, and the boys' room face the sunset, and it
Oh,
gets
yeah.
up to like 78 to 80 degrees. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to kick it on heat and cool.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot. I
Mm,
forgot that I had it set to the summer settings.
yeah.
So it was like massive cool, and Ashley was just getting so angry because she kept having to switch it back, and I would just kick it back over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. Get out of here. Yeah, we a big one with us is I go to bed usually around 1 o'clock in the morning, midnight, 1 o'clock, and she goes to bed. Usually the kids go to bed around 7:45, 8 o'clock, and then she'll usually fall asleep with whoever she's putting to bed, and then she gets up and goes to our bed. I don't I don't go I can't sleep. Like if it's before 10 o'clock, I'll wake up an hour or two later and then I won't be able to go back to sleep. For me it's like midnight, 1 o'clock, and oh, she's always getting on my case. And I'm like, look, I could go to bed, earlier, but then I'd wake up and I wouldn't get back to sleep, or I would then I'd sacrifice what little time I have to kind of do the stuff that I need to get done at the end of the day or stuff, whatever I need to take care of, whatever I want to do. And so, yeah, it's a big back and forth all the time. And it's not, I don't know if it's really an argument, but it really is just like, oh, well, if you go to sleep earlier, I'm like, well, I don't want to go to sleep earlier.
That is typical bedtime routines, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
and on the flip side, I'm like 10 o'clock, 10:30 at the latest. I'm like, I have to go to bed. I gotta
Yeah.
wake up. And, Ashley will be like the same thing. She'll be like, well, I don't want to go to sleep yet. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you keep complaining you're tired. And I'm like, she's like, but this is my time. So I totally get what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
you want your own personal time where you can just like relax and veg out and get whatever you need to get done and then go to sleep when it's time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough because especially when now Jolene will Boyd and Penelope will come to our bed usually around midnight-ish or so, and sometimes I'll be in there, sometimes I won't be. But if I'm down here and Jolene wakes up, then I have to be done because she needs me to come and lay with her so she can go back to sleep. And then a lot of times I'll usually fall asleep in bed with her. But if I go up with her and put her to bed, I'll lay with her, give her some snuggles, whatever. And I'm like, okay, she's asleep. I'm come back out. If I do that, she's awake again within like a minute, and then she comes back downstairs and she's yelling at me. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just come and stay with you. I'll let you boss me around. That's fine.
Oh, my son did that tonight because I had to put him to bed, and I normally he'll wake up at like 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock. So I'll
Yeah,
get up out of bed and I'll just go lay on his floor
yeah,
until it's time for me to get up. But he was just like, "No, bed now," and I'm like, "Oh,"
yeah,
I was like, "I don't want to start this because then." 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning is going to roll around, and then it's going to be like, no, you can't sleep on the
yeah.
floor. And I'm like, oh, just stick to the bedtime routine.
Penelope did the other day. She was having a hard time getting to sleep, and so I was kind of in and out of her room a little bit, and then I laid down. I was trying to lay down next to her, and she's like, no, leave me alone. I said, okay, well then I'm gonna go. If you don't want me in here, I'm gonna go. And so I got up and I started walking out. And she's like, no, snuggle. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, ma'am. So I went in her bed and laid with her for a little bit. And this was when, I mean, we were all of us were, sick off and on with flu or whatever.
Yeah.
So she was a little crabby because of that. So I was like, all right, I guess I can let that yelling and bossy
Oh,
attitude slide since you're not feeling good.
they're definitely not their normal, like, I call our youngest a Sour Patch Kid because he's
Yep.
like super sour, and then like he'll be like the sweetest thing ever, and like run up and like give hugs and kisses like out of nowhere, and it's just like, where did this come from?
Oh my gosh, that is Jolene. I was like, today she was going nuts. She was yelling at everybody. She was mad. She was throwing stuff. I said, hey, you're going to go sit in your room for a little bit. If you can't act civilized, you're going to have to go take a break. And she's like, no, I'm not. No. So what she'll usually do is if she gets mad enough, she'll go to her room on her own. And so she'll yell, she'll go, you're not my best friend anymore. And she runs
Man,
upstairs and goes to her. And then she'll be up there for 3 minutes. And then she comes down, sweetest little girl you've ever seen.
oh, that's
And I'm
funny.
like, what happened up there in those, 2 minutes you were up there that made you from this demon child to now you're the sweetest little girl you ever seen?
It's a struggle. Even like when we've been trying to send our oldest to his room, and he just doesn't like being by himself.
Yeah,
So he's
that's
like,
Boyd too.
we're like, we've been doing the nose on the wall when they get in trouble. So like he'll be like, no, I'm not going to my room. And then it's like, no, I think you need to go to your room this time because you need to just cool off. Your brother's bugging you, everybody's bugging you, you're
Yeah,
in trouble, like you need to go. And he just like tries to do everything in his power not to, or he'll
yep.
like sit on the stairs and like it's just funny.
That's Boyd. We messed up. He wanted to be Ghostbusters for Halloween. And I said,
Oh,
okay, that's fine. You can be Ghost. I like Ghostbusters. Cool. And it's because there's a Ghostbusters game at round one out in South Hill Mall.
mm,
So, okay. And I was like, hey, do you want to watch the movie? Because it's a movie. And he's like, oh, yeah, let's watch it. I said, okay, cool. I said, hey, there's ghosts and stuff in it, but it's not scary. It's a funny movie. He's like, oh, 20 minutes. He's like, can we turn this off? Can we watch something else? I don't watch this. I said, well, hang on, buddy. Just give it a shot. And yeah, it got to the part where the like possessed gargoyle dog things are
mm-hmm.
running around, and he's like, I gotta turn this off. And I said, all right, it's obviously scaring you. Okay, we don't have to watch it anymore. We turn it off. Since then, he has been afraid to go to the bathroom by himself. He's been afraid to go to his
Oh
room by
man.
himself. He won't if it's dark upstairs, and I'm like, hey, you need to go sit in your room for a minute and take a break. You're being, you're not being very nice. Go take a break. He's like, no, no, it's scary up there. I'm like, okay, so I'll turn the hallway light on. I'm like, okay, now the hallway light's on. Go upstairs. Like, I don't want to be alone. And I'm like, God, if we didn't watch that freaking movie, everything would be fine. And I said, I'm like, boy, it's funny. It's meant to be a funny movie. And he's like, no,
Yeah.
I can't, I don't want to watch it. It's scary. So I was like, okay, if it's scary, it's scary. But now it's like bleeding over into everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh God. So like, I don't want to keep going with him to go to the bat to like, can you come to the bathroom? I gotta go poop. Can you come to the bathroom? I'm like,
Oh,
can I just stand at the bottom of the stairs, dude? Yeah, so it's slowly getting better.
well, that's good. I know my Disney Plus is locked. My account is locked because it doesn't have any of like the child ratings.
Oh yeah,
And Liam figured out my password and then saw the Stranger Things.
yeah. You froze. Still frozen. Oh, that's not it.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, there we go.
That was weird. We're gonna have two different takes now, which will be fine. Hopefully I'll be able to like
Just
splice
be
them
able to go
together.
together. Yeah,
Yeah, that was really weird. I do not know what just happened.
yeah,
It was like the app shut down on my phone, and I'm like, that's weird.
yeah, yeah. No, you got to your son found Stranger Things and the whole thing froze, and I was like, where are we going with this? Because my son also saw the Stranger Things ad, and it freaked him out.
Oh yeah, definitely freaked him out. He was just like, you don't like, it wasn't like an initial thing. It was like later on in the day because he was trying to find, I think he was, I don't even remember what movie he was trying to find, but it wasn't on the kid's profile, but it was on my profile, which I thought was kind of strange that
Yeah,
it wasn't on the kids, but he had found what he was looking for, but he saw it and he was just like, or it was Netflix, and he was like, "Oh, I don't like this." Like, and then like a couple hours later, he was like, "No." He was like, "I saw something I wasn't supposed to see, and now I'm scared." And I'm like, "It's okay. It's just fake.
yeah,
Like it's all fake. It's not real." And
yeah,
it was like 2 or 3 days before he got over it. But yeah, as trying to protect them is like one of the biggest things that I try to do.
yeah. Yeah, we did. So we ended up we're having a problem with Disney Plus because when Disney Plus merged with Hulu, we would turn they would turn it on because I let them do Disney Plus, or I used to let them do Disney Plus on their own because it's just Disney and they always wanted to watch Bluey or whatever. So I was like, whatever, we can
Mm-hmm.
do it. Well, he turns it on and starts freaking out. Dad, dad, dad. And I was in the kitchen getting breakfast. I was like, wait, what's going on? And it was a big that the top banner thing was for American Horror Story.
Oh no.
And I was like I understand that, that's part of Hulu, but it's like it's Disney,
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be little kids on here all the time. Why would you? Is that the first thing that they see?
Yeah.
And so then it was every time he'd be like, "Hey, I want to watch something on Disney, but I'm scared to turn on Disney Plus." And I'm like, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn it on, and if it's something scary, you can close your eyes."
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, that made Caitlin mad too.
Yeah, because the same thing happened, and that's when I made the kids' profiles and locked them up, for like age appropriate stuff, so they could only see the actual kids stuff instead of like all the adult Hulu stuff too.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
did you get anything for the why these happen? Control, habits, stress,
Oh,
communications.
well, I think with us, I think a big one with us is what'll happen is I'm a little bit harder on Boyd than I am the
Mm-hmm.
girls, and I think a lot of that is just like just a difference in parenting. We grew up different.
Yeah.
We were parented different ways, and so I'm a little bit harder on Boyd because I say this all the time. Is I can help him grow from a boy into a young man, and I can teach him things that I think he needs to be taught in a way that I think he needs to be taught. I can't raise two girls into young women. I
No.
that's for her to do. What I can do is I can raise them in a way that shows them that they should be, loved, respected, all that type of stuff. And yes, I do spoil them. I'm the first to admit it. I do spoil them. But with Boyd, I am a little bit harder on him, and that is one that comes up a lot. And I think, yeah, I think it's just I was raised different than she was. I grew up different. I was telling the kids the other day they were really getting on my nerves. They were being little hellions. I was like, when I was your age, if I was acting like this, grandma or my stepdad at the time would take off his 3-inch leather belt and beat the hell out of me with it. And I said, I don't do that to you guys. I don't want to be that parent. But I'm just letting you know that when I was little, if I was doing, that's what would happen to me. And Caitlin looks at me, she's like, yeah, that never happened. We never did that. I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, you never did that? She's like, no. I was like, oh, well, I did. But yes, we just, two different people. We're pretty good at communicating most of the time, like a lot of things that turn into fights. And our fights are weird too, because we'll get into it over stuff that, some of it might matter, some of it doesn't, but, we do get into it about 5 minutes, and then one of us will say something stupid or make a dumb joke, and the fight's over. There's our conflict resolution as I just say something idiotic.
That's funny. That's not how we roll at this house. I definitely am harder on the boys than Ashley most of the time, probably because I want them to be better, right? Every
Mm,
father wants their son to be better than they are. And I think I hold that very high, probably too high than I should at the age that they're at.
yeah, same here.
So yeah, it's hard, but I'm trying my best. I'm reading different books, and one of them was like, it's like how to raise a knight in a modern day world, and it's actually pretty interesting book, like raising your son, and it like goes through different trials of like ages as they're growing up. You give
Yeah,
them different trials as they get older, but yeah, it's really hard. I know my communication skills suck
yeah.
so bad, and Ashley's a communications major, so she's
Oh,
like
okay.
overly communicating, and I'm like too much.
Yeah,
But my default thing is I just shut down, and it's hard for me to communicate. So I'm just like trying to push through those hurdles so we can get through some things easier and better
yeah.
instead
Oh,
of just
yeah.
letting them fester.
We do. That happens a lot too. Is where I mean, you're working, you're dealing with kids, so like the last thing I want to do is have a conversation, like a serious, long, hard conversation. So yeah, you bottle it up, you push it down, and you just kind of forget about it. But what I've noticed is if we keep doing that, it all comes out of just over something minor. It all just comes out. So I try not to get to that point, but it does get hard, especially when it's like a hard like conversation you don't really want to have. Because I'm not a serious guy usually. We all know that.
Yeah,
So I'm like I just want to joke and have fun or whatever. I'm like, I don't want to have these conversations, but sometimes you got to have them, and they suck. But
Yeah.
like a big one right now is I'm supposed to go. I get a vasectomy. I don't want to do that, but I know I need to. It's just kind of one of those things that you kind of we're done having kids. Jolene's made sure that okay,
The
jo,
last
jo,
child always tells you that you're done.
yeah, Jolene's the one that it's like okay, I don't want any more. She doesn't want to have any more. I mean, she's 36. I'll be 36 next month. So we're like
Hmm.
we're done. I know I need to get it done. We we keep talking about it, but there's
Oh,
something about having a man cut into that area that it just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sound fun.
no, it doesn't. I know that Ashley and I are on the fence about that. We kind of keep going back and forth, and
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm ready for the next stages of life and like not having another kid, but I know Ashley's always wanted three kids, so we're
yeah,
like kind of like him hawing back and forth, and it's like not a final decision, but we're like, well, what if,
yeah,
and kind of just having those lighthearted conversations, but not like diving deep into them too fast.
yeah, yeah. That's one of the conversations that we had shortly after Jolene was born, and I was more of I could have another one. We could have four. No, we can't. No, I don't want four. Not now. At the time when Jolene
Yeah.
was, a baby, I was like, oh, we could do one more. We could have a really big family. Have one more. We got room in the van for another one.
Hmm.
But this one was just kind of pretty hard on Caitlin's body,
Yeah.
and she had a problem with I don't remember what it's called, but it was like a problem with like the umbilical cord placement
Oh, okay.
in the placenta or something, and it just wasn't quite right. So that really freaked her out, and I mean I can't blame her. So I'm like,
Hmm.
so she was a lot more ready to be done at first than I was. She's like, no, I'm done, and I was like, well, let's just, and then we talked about it, and I was like, you know what, I think I am too. I think I'm ready to be done too.
Yeah.
So there's a up in South Hill, there's a place that does like it's called a keyhole vasectomy, and I'm like, I guess
What a name for it.
I'll make it.
Keyhole.
Yeah, well, I guess like they don't actually cut you open; they just basically tear a 3 millimeter hole in the skin. It's like
Mm.
they don't even give you stitches or anything, and like
Mm.
they don't even use needles. They just like basically use like a gun and shoot lidocaine right into your boys.
Oh,
And so it's weird, but it's supposed to be it's like less invasive. It's like a 10-minute procedure. It heals faster, it's less painful. So I'm like, it's got to be done, right? I talked to my buddy who had it done, and he's like, "Have you had a root canal?" I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Root canal's worse."
interesting.
So
That reminds me. So one of our family friends, the dad got a vasectomy,
please don't tell me a horror
and
story.
man, so she ended up getting pregnant, and the husband thought that his wife was
Oh
cheating,
yeah,
and she was like, "No, I've never, and I never will."
yeah.
And so she was like, "We'll get a paternity test, and I'm going to show it's your kid." It grew back when he
Oh,
got the vasectomy. I did not know that it could.
I know that it's like a very small chance of that happening. My neighbor, my previous neighbor, his daughter, they had two, and they said they were done. And you're supposed to get tested every so often, and he didn't. And so then they had twins afterwards. So his daughter had two kids, and then he got his vasectomy. But what you're supposed to do for like, I don't remember how many, like, it's like 2 or 3 times you're supposed to go in and get tested to make sure it took. Well, he didn't do that. And so shortly after he got his vasectomy, she got pregnant with twins because his vasectomy
Oh,
didn't take.
that's
So
crazy.
apparently they're like, yeah, you got to make sure you have to do the test. Like, I don't know, you do it like, I don't remember how long it is after, like a couple weeks after, and then a couple weeks after that, and then like you do it, and
Oh
then like a couple weeks
man.
after that, and or something like that, and then they're like, okay, you're good, or you're not going to need it. And I said, if I do it and it's not good, it doesn't take. That's it. I'm not doing it again.
So one shot and done.
Yeah, if it doesn't do it right or whatever, I'm like, hey, I tried. That's it. I put forth the effort, and the doctor did something wrong. It's not on me anymore.
You'd be sending him the bill back.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely getting a refund for sure.
Oh, that reminds me kind of like debates and stuff. I remember it used to be like a really big pet peeve of mine, like when dishes are left out or like if they
Oh
don't get
yeah,
rinsed out. And I
yeah,
just kind of, it's one of those debates or like conflicts where I've just kind of just taken and I'm just like, I'm just done. I'm just gonna like keep it to myself. It's not a big
yeah,
deal. I do the dishes anyways, 90% of the time.
yeah,
Every once in a while, actually, I'll do them, but I'm just like, I'll just take care of it. I'm not gonna
yeah.
bug about it anymore or like stress out over it.
One that really sends me over the edge is socks. Everybody in this house except me takes their socks off and just throws them wherever they want. Like, okay, I'm the one that folds the laundry. So that means I'm the one with the basket full of just one sock, socks without matches. And so I'm going through, I'm like looking under the couch, I'm looking under beds, and I'm finding all these matches. I'm like, guys, if you take your socks off, just put them in the basket. You put all your other clothes in the basket. Why can't you put your socks in the basket? No, even Caitlin, if she when she comes down here and hangs out with me, sometimes she'll take her socks off because it's her signal of, hey, I want a foot rub, but she doesn't want to say it. So she'll take her socks off, and then 3 days later, I find her socks. They're buried in the couch cushions or something. Take your guys' damn socks off and put them in the basket. I am like on a sock hunt.
Oh, that is so funny. And my kids don't even want to take their socks off. They want to sleep with them, the same pair all day, next
Oh
day, and
my
the day
gosh.
after if they could. They would never take their socks
Oh,
off.
that is so nice. My kids, I have to duct tape them on for my kids to keep the freaking socks on, especially Jolene. Jolene will, when I take the kids, the older two to school, get in the car, and by the time we get to school, her shoes and socks, she's thrown in the back of the van.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, we're in the van. We're here half an hour. We're in here for half an hour. You can't keep your shoes and socks on for half a freaking hour.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Lord have mercy. And really, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not that big of a deal. But man, it sends me every time when I'm doing
The,
laundry and just the pile of matchless socks.
See, and I'm not that OCD. I'm just like, boys, go grab your socks. I don't care if they match or not. I just want you wearing socks for your shoes.
Boy, I do make I do make sure they match. Except Boyd likes to wear during football games. He likes to wear one green sock and one blue sock.
Oh, okay, that
And so
makes
I'm like,
sense.
okay, that's fine. You can do it. But then I'm like washing laundry and I forget about it. And I'm like, why do I have these two? Oh, that's right.
The reminder.
Oh yeah. So and then I feel like, boy, go get the matches for these. Like, okay. Then he comes down wearing the matches, and I'm like, no, I want to put them together. But I want to wear these. I'm like,
Oh, that's funny.
all right,
Oh, that reminds me of when Ashley and I first got married. I thought I was putting my clothes in the dirty laundry for the longest time, and I was not.
yeah,
She was picking it up for me and putting it in the laundry for the longest time until she told me.
yeah. That's one that we still to this day go through because I'm like, at the end of the day, I don't really often wear pajamas, so I go to bed, I take my jeans off, and I set them by the bed, and I'm like, oh, I'll wear these again tomorrow.
Hmm.
I never do, but I think I will. And so yeah,
Yeah.
it's always, can you just put your dirty clothes in the hamper? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, yeah, I'll do it. I try, but and now I'm the one that does the laundry, so now I'm the one like telling people to put their clothes in the hampers because the laundry is almost 100% done by me. So I'm like, now I understand the whole
I
put your clothes in the
understand
dirty
it.
laundry, and so I get it
The
now.
clean as you go versus pile it up.
Oh yeah, I try. I've been doing that this spring break. I do. I clean up in the morning, and then I'll take the kids outside or whatever. And then it's nice because if they're out of the house, they're not messing the house up.
Yep.
But then we have to come in for lunch, and then I have to see the pile of laundry that I got to fold. And then by the time I'm folding the laundry, they've taken all the toys out. So I'm like, oh God, come on.
Oh, so what about early versus late bedtime?
I have a theory, if you will. Kids that go to bed early wake up early, but kids that go to bed late also wake up early, except they're cranky. So I'm like, hey, if I get the kids to bed, we do 7:45 and we go upstairs to brush our teeth, and by 8:30ish, kid heads are on pillows.
Yeah.
And even that, sometimes I'm like, well, we got to get to bed earlier. You guys are going to be cranky in the morning.
Oh man. It's funny because we started both our boys as they were growing up. We both started them at like, okay, 7 o'clock is bedtime, and then it slowly crept to 7:30, and
Yeah,
then to 8, and now we're at 8:30. So it's just funny how it like we want them to go to bed so early so then we can have our own time. But then it's like it just keeps creeping up and up and up.
Yeah, we will do that some if we're like I'll forget or I'll not pay attention to the clock if we're
Mm-hmm.
watching like
Yep.
a movie we haven't watched before or something and I'm like when Zootopia 2 came out,
Yep.
they watched it without me.
Oh,
And so one afternoon, when it was close to bedtime, we were watching it, and there was probably about a half hour left, and it was 8 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm just gonna pretend like I haven't seen the clock because I didn't get to watch this.
and I want to finish it.
Yeah, and I realize how that sounds as a nearly 36-year-old man talking about a kids movie, but if I didn't watch kids movies, I probably wouldn't watch any anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Plan ahead versus winging it.
I'm a very scheduled person.
Yeah.
Caitlin, not so much. Caitlin likes to wing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we like when we go to the zoo. Side note, the zoo, probably the best money you can spend is getting a zoo membership, and
Oh, 100%.
I will stand on that.
100%.
So when we go, Caitlin's like, "Oh, we'll just throw some food in a bag. Whenever we get hungry, we'll eat, and we'll go do this, and this." And I go, and I'm like, "Okay, we're here. Go to the bathroom. In 45 minutes to an hour, we're going to the bathroom again. Half hour after that, we're having lunch because it'll be 12:30, and that's lunchtime. After that, then and Caitlin's like, "No, let's just do it whenever. Let's just kind of do it how we whatever. Let's just go for it." And I'm like, "No, I have a schedule I'm trying to keep." So I'm like, I'll stop in the middle of the day. I'm like, oh, it's afternoon. It's lunchtime. We got to get lunch now. And Caitlin's like, oh, we had a late breakfast. I'm like, no, 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 no. It is 12:15. This is right in the middle of lunchtime. Let's do this.
Oh, that's so funny. Because I'm such a wing it person. Ashley likes to plan things, but I think I've worn off on her a lot. But like talking about lunchtime, every time around between 10 and 11, I get so hungry because that's when I eat lunch at work.
Oh yeah.
But the boys, they don't eat lunch until later in the day. So they're like, oh, we're not hungry. And I'm just like,
I got into it with Penelope a couple times this spring break because it'll be like I don't know when they have lunch. I think they have lunchtime at school at like 11ish.
yeah,
Is when her lunchtime is. And so usually around 11, and she's like, can we have lunch? I'm hungry. I want lunch. And I'm like, do you see the clock? It's not noon. It's not lunchtime
that's
yet.
funny.
And she's like, I'm hungry. I want something to eat. And I'm like, hey, well, you'll be hungry in an hour when it's lunchtime. And
Oh,
then I feel bad. I'm like, well, she's 5. She needs to eat. If she's hungry, she's hungry.
yeah,
So I'll try to kind of push it out a little bit more. Because usually what'll happen is at lunchtime they'll eat lunch and I'll go do the dishes and clean the kitchen and I'll be able to text Caitlin because that's when her lunch is. Her lunch is at noon as
yeah.
well. So I'll be able to talk to Caitlin on her lunch. So I'm like, oh, let's just kind of, maybe we should play a little bit more. She's like, no, I'm hungry. I want lunch. I'm like, oh, come on, it's not lunchtime yet.
Got to stick to the schedule.
We gotta stick to the schedule. Then of course, it's Penelope, and I've never told her no before, and I'm not gonna start now. So it's
Yeah,
just 11 o'clock, and I'm making macaroni and cheese and raspberries.
that's awesome though.
I'm like, this is way off schedule.
Well, course correct for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, then of course dinner. It's like we have dinner. I usually start cooking dinner at like 5 o'clock. And so yeah, then at dinner she's like, have dinner now, I'm hungry. And it's like 4:30, and I'm like, absolutely not. We already did lunch early. We're not doing dinner early. And then Caitlin's
Yeah.
like, well, I actually kinda like when we have early dinner. And I'm like, not you too. Stick to the schedule.
That's so funny. I was like 10 minutes done from cooking dinner tonight, and Liam was like, can I just have cereal with milk? I was like, no, the pizza's going to be done in 10 minutes. You can wait 10 minutes. And he was like, but Rhett got to eat something different. And I was like, Rhett's 3, you're
Yeah,
6.
yeah.
You're older, you can wait 10 minutes.
We did tacos and I made a peach, not peach, pineapple and poblano salsa. And I don't usually make like stuff like that often because I know the
Yeah.
kids don't like it. So I made that, and me and Caitlin like it, and I'm like, all right, guys, it has pineapple in it. The kids love pineapple. It has pineapple in it. You want some? And they're like, oh hell no, I'm not eating that. I'm like, come on, dude, just try it. You didn't even try it. And like, nah, I'm not eating that crap. It's got onions and tomatoes in it. No thanks. I'm
Mm,
like, oh. I didn't like this stuff growing up either. But now that I'm a little bit older, I might have a more refined palate. Now I like it. Maybe you guys will like it too if you just give it a chance. No, I'm like, all right, well, I'm not making anything else. This was enough for me to make. So
yeah. Oh, that's funny. Our kids will eat the taco meat, but they won't eat anything else.
my girls love their favorite taco. is a hard shell with shredded cheese and sour cream.
Nice.
They go nuts for that. So I'm like, can you guys just put something like with a little bit of nutritional value in it? No,
Mm-hmm.
we want this.
Nope.
I'm like, you know what? My girls love sour cream though. Penelope will seriously eat a peanut butter and jelly and sour cream sandwich.
Wow. Okay. That's
They,
different.
she's my little sauce boss, that one.
That's awesome. We can't even get our kids to try sauces, like barely. I think Liam finally tried ketchup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they just eat everything plain, and I'm just like, I can't. I can't
Yeah,
do that.
The only sauce Boyd will have is ketchup. He won't have anything else. The girls want sauce with everything. And
Oh, that's
it's
crazy.
random too. Like they'll have spaghetti. We'll have, because Caitlin makes like spaghetti meatballs and sauce from scratch. And Penelope's like, "Can I have egg sauce with this?" Which egg sauce is mayonnaise.
Oh, okay.
Is that it has eggs on the
Mm.
label, and so can I have some egg sauce with this? I'm like, we've been like this is took time and effort to make, and you just want to put mayonnaise on it? Actually, I want Chick-fil-A
Oh, that's
sauce.
funny.
I'm like, ugh.
Oh, that's priceless.
But I'm like, you know what? If it gets you to eat the meat, you can put sauce on it. I don't care
Hey, that's all that matters.
as long as you're eating the
What's
actual
something,
food.
yeah, what's something small that turned into a big argument way too fast that you guys have experienced? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, mine. I always go back to this. It's motorcycle. Every time it's motorcycle, it's always, well, well, money's kind of tight right now, so we'll look, we'll look at it in summer. Oh, well, we'll look at it in spring. Oh, we'll try next year. And so one day we were talking about. I said, look, if you don't want me to get the motorcycle, just say it. Just say, Andrew, I don't want you to have a motorcycle. And we can be done. It's fine. And at this point, I don't even know if I want a motorcycle still. Maybe it's, I think I just want I like the idea of having a motorcycle. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, if you don't want me to, just come out and say, so finally, she's like, I don't really want you to have a motorcycle. And I was like, I freaking knew it. I knew it. And so then that
uh,
spirals and gets bigger too. But I think at the end of the day, I'm like, I just won't get a motorcycle.
yeah. They were fun when I had one when I was younger. They were fun. I think now it's just more of like, I don't really need one. I'd rather have a tractor. And that's an
Yeah,
argument that my wife and I have all the time because I want a tractor really bad.
I want a lawn. I want a garden tractor. Just a
Yeah.
little John Deere like E100. And Caitlin's like, our yard is not that big. And I'm like, does it look like I care?
I just want it because I want it.
I want a riding lawnmower. I want a garden tractor with a little trailer on it.
Uh,
And yeah, that's another argument too, is we want to move, but she wants to move up the hill into the nice new neighborhood with all the new
mm,
houses, and
yep.
it's got the Wendy's up there, the schools and everything like that.
Wait, they got a Wendy's up there now?
Yeah, they got a Wendy's,
My
they got a 7-Eleven.
gosh.
My dentist is up there. They got a couple of schools. They're building a junior high school.
That's crazy.
They've
That's going
got
to be the new South Hill or the
Yep.
new Bonnie Lake.
They've got tons of parks, tons of playgrounds up there, food trucks.
Oh,
There's always food trucks up there. But she's like, I want to move up here. It's got the kids. It's got sidewalks. It's a nice, clean, safe neighborhood. I want to move out in the middle of nowhere.
which is clean and
Yeah,
safe and away from
exactly,
everybody.
exactly. I want acres. I want a pond. I want the chickens and the cows and all that. I want that stuff. And she's like, I would like to have a place like that without, she doesn't want animals, but I do. She doesn't. And so we butt heads on this one a lot too, is where we want to move. Because I want
Yeah.
to move out. I want to move out to like Enumclaw.
Stay away from Enumclaw. Stay
I
away
want
from
to.
King County. You're just staying.
True. Maybe we'll stop at Buckley.
Thanks for watching the husband hangout and stay tuned.
Catch you next time.
Oh,